Hello everyone, and welcome to my 1.18 Let's Play world. Grove is looking fantastic, and I thought today we'd prepare for some more building. So, let's start off with some enchanting. Just kind of looking at all of my options, and to be honest, the boots look like the best option right now. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves Depth Strider. Oh! Those are good boots. If we had feather falling, they'd be perfect. There's much enchanting still to be done, but I feel great in these new boots. Now, Dandy, as for the building side of things, I actually have something that's for you. Yeah, that's right. You see, Dandy has inspired me to want to add more color to my world, so I had the best build idea for this grove. A build inspired by the lovely Dandy is going to require some sheep food. And even more importantly than sheep food, it's going to actually require sheep. Luckily, this can be fairly easily achieved in my sheep farm here. Our lovely Dandy has been living here inside my starter house since episode 1. I personally believe that my pink sheep Dandy deserves a palace all of his own. However, I can't build a palace on episode 5. Flip. So Dandy, we'll have to compromise. My grove here is home to lots of species. I think. Yeah, we got bees, and there's a sheep up there, and there's a full meadow over here filled with flowers and bunnies. Hey, Enderman, that's my block. Thank you, thank you. So, let's look at this grove from a builder's point of view. It's completely surrounded by frozen peaks and also the grove biome. Here we have a forest, a birch forest, and also a meadow back there. We got a lot to work with, and I think today we'll work on the birch forest corner. One of the things that I imagine when I think of a grove like this one is fairies. And there's a mob in Minecraft that I greatly require in order to build that reminds me of a fairy. Bees. Unfortunately for me though, the bee population in this grove is not thriving. We can fix that though. Sometimes a little destruction is required in order to fix things. Don't ask questions, it's just how it is. I definitely want to take advantage of these amazing waterfalls, but there's a few too many. So I'm going to stop that one up for now, and we'll work with this one over here. So I'm thinking I build a tower for Dandy right here, right where this waterfall exists. I think it'll be extremely magical, and it'll allow for Dandy to hopefully do a bunch of healing to my grove. He's a pink sheep after all. I think it'll be perfect. Now it's just sort of a matter of getting the water to do what I want it to do. That is beautiful, I think. Yeah, I just have to fix the rest of it. We're flooding. We're flooding. Hey, that's pretty good, I think. So we'll have Dandy's lovely tower right there between the spring. Very magical, if I do say so myself. This is looking perfect. Now it's only missing one thing. Well, more than one, but one very important one. Dandy, I've made a very cool thing, I promise. Okay, oh, you didn't tell me you knew how to drive a boat? Wow, that's my impressive little sheep. Okay, Dandy, so the thing is, I've been working on this really cool area for you. So, next stage of this journey is getting some friends for Dandy to help with. Only problem is, I don't actually see any bees. Bees? Is anybody home? I don't hear any buzzing. But there is honey, so ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, that's mine. I'm pretty sure beehives have a really good chance of spawning in meadows because of all the flowers. So I'm gonna plant a few birch saplings and see if we can just naturally get some in the grove. This will be plan A. And while plan A is happening, I'll go get started on plan B. It's better to be prepared, I suppose. Might even need a plan C. Don't worry, Dandy, you'll have friends soon. Okay, so with the lovely honeycomb that I just got, I can create my very first beehive. And this is fantastic because I can turn this area into like a little village for the bees. Going to take some effort, of course, and some clearing out of the area, but I have great hopes for the entire look of this grove. Just gonna require some terraforming. Okay, so we are officially at population 1 beehive and 0 bees. I swear I thought this would be easier. Since the grove's population of bees seems to have abandoned us, I must go adventure. On the hunt for bees. Birch forests are supposedly a good place to get some, but so are meadows, so we've got lots of options. Oh, there we go. There's some bees. Oh, and a giant hole in the ground. Hello? That's cool. Focus. Hello, bees. Oh, there's 3 of you. I didn't bring any flowers. This was such a major oversight on my part. Why are there no flowers? There they are. There's their hive. Aw. Hello, bee. Do you have any friends? I need you to have at least one friend. Okay, this plan is going quite well. Oh, 3 bees. Hello, it's a whole family. Hello. That's it. Here we are. We're at the tunnel. You know what? This is going fairly smooth, I think. This is good. And we're through. This is the grove, everyone. Come on, come on. I've set you up your own little home right up there on that cliff. You've got a great view of the mountain spring, and it's a birch forest. We just breed you guys. There we go. Perfect. Okay, good. I'm so glad we're on the same page about this. I absolutely love bees. I think they might be one of my favorite passive mobs. Oi! No, none of that. You're threatening my bees. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. In order to keep these bees safe, it may be a good idea to light up this entire grove. After all, it'd be extremely disappointing if any of these bees were to get harmed by a rogue creeper or something. It's gonna be torch spammy for a little while, everybody, but I promise we'll fix it eventually. Oh, hey, there's lilacs. Oh, and a child, and a child, and a child. There's a child. Oh, there's 2 children, twins. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. This is not ideal, I'll be the first to admit. Oh goodness. My light up job got a little cut short, but I've lit up a lot of the grove, to be fair. Dandy's doing a fantastic job of protecting the spring, and the bees seem happy. This is all of the flowers that I have to my name, and some sweet berries. Hopefully the bees will like it. This is not the best bee garden, is it? We could do better, everyone. We could do better. I don't have silk touch, so I can't bring any beehives home. I can, however, go and harvest some honey from some beehives, and hopefully be able to make some more hives. Luckily for me, I see another hive. I don't think anybody's home. Okay, on to plan D, the next hive. Oh, here we go. Look at this. The villagers have been taking care of some bees for us. Aw. Look, there's another one. And it's got bees. Oh, and this one's got honey as well. Perfect. Honestly, I think our luck may have turned around. This is going amazingly now. Trees are pretty rare in meadows, but when they do spawn, they pretty much always have a beehive. Which is great. Look at this, there's 2 hives here. I just need to hang out in this area long enough and we should be able to harvest some honey from both of these big trees. What is a patrol doing all the way out here? I'm just looking at the bees. Honestly, they're so rude. Luckily, they also share about 1 brain cell, so they don't know I'm here. Right, combined with what I got at home, this should be enough. Let's go back home now and set this all up. So here's the thing. I'm just going to set up 6 of these right here. And hopefully we'll be able to get more and more honey from all of these to expand even more. There we go. Perfect. Oh, it looks great already. And look, we're already producing tons of honeycomb. All we gotta do now is keep breeding these bees to get more and more of the population up. I think I'm going to free roam these bees. Normally, I would put them in a greenhouse, and that's very effective. But I kind of want to see bees fluttering all around this area. So I'm just gonna have to hope that they like it here and that they stay. Now, if I want the bees to actually enjoy their time here, I think it needs to be a little bit more bee-like. I really enjoy the pinkish hue of junglewood, so I think that will be what we use for the main building block in the bees area. I decided that the easiest part of this build would probably be to build off of a path, so I'm going to have these sort of support beams coming off of the stairwell. My goal is to have these look like they're sort of holding up the terrain and the gardens that are on them. And now that we've got this established, I think we can just go ahead and sort of border it just like so. Yeah, that's pretty cute, I think. Some safety railing. Okay, but junglewood is so cute. I definitely don't use these blocks enough. Look at that. Oh, it just blends in with the dirt so well, which really works for a garden. So, bad news, it's raining. Good news, garden looks great. Oh, Dandy, your wool is getting all wet, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I'll build you a real quick little shelter just for you, because I know you don't like the rain. See, we're dry now. It's good. But that would be perfect. We gotta work on the tower. This tower is going to be dedicated to the lovely Dandy. I am extremely excited for it. It'll allow Dandy to oversee the entire gardens of the grove, which I feel like is a perfect job for a pink sheep. I love a good tower build, and this one's going to be very layered and a little inspired by the movie Tangled. Kind of like what I did with my starter one, but bigger and better. The issue with this is I really can't tell when I'm high enough. I mean, is this high enough? This is probably high enough, right? Luckily, I built a stream first. See, that's why you always do that. That is looking pretty great so far, if you ask me. I like it. It contrasts against the garden area quite well. As for the rest of the build, I think that we're going to need some copper and also some spruce. Luckily, I'm well prepared and I know exactly where to find both of those things. In the morning, we gotta sleep first. Spruce wood, perfect. These dripstone caves should be a super good source of copper. If I can just skip past the mobs. Hello. Goodbye. Here we are. Perfect. This will give tons of copper. Look. I think this is more copper than I even know what to do with. I've been here for just a couple of minutes and my inventory is almost full. I think fortune might be a little too good on this. Okay, I've got what I came for and more, so let's head home. This just needs a few moments in here. And in the meantime, I'll go get to work. I need to remember I don't have feather falling. I should definitely make some scaffolding for this. Luckily, I have tons of string in here, and that should be able to make us lots of scaffold. Perfect. Now it's time to work on the details. This is my personal favorite part. I want it to look like it's getting much wider at the top to give us a space for an interior up here. I'm gonna throw some dripstone in there just for fun, I think. Okay, I think that should do it for the base details. Now it's time to build the actual house part that'll sit on top, and I think I'm gonna do that at a diorite. Basically, this will be the size of it, right here. The walls will be a beautiful white, and then we'll have a copper roof. And grand reveal. Ooh. I actually really like it. I wish the diorite was calcite and maybe some white wool mixed in, but we'll get there once we have the blocks. For now, those details are looking pretty cool. I really like the dripstone. Now for the roof. It's gonna be a copper, but the irony of this situation is I'm not going to wax it, which is weird because I've just spent all this time creating a farm to wax things. But I really like the pretty blue color that copper turns to, so we're gonna leave it. Bees, do you like the look of the tower? I think it's quite good. There's nothing quite like a garden in early game survival Minecraft. Dandy. I've gotten a roof and a chimney on your tower. It's looking great, I think. Only thing is, there's nothing really dandy-like about it. In order to fix this situation, we need two things. Wool, which we've taken care of earlier, and dye. Dye is most easily acquired from flowers. Fortunately for me, this world has no shortage of flowers. Look at these meadows. They're glorious, and the sheep are glorious too. 42 wool. Not bad. So, as far as dandelions go, we have tons, but I need more than just yellow dye. We ought to go adventuring for some other colors. Starting, very conveniently, with cornflowers, which are blue. Just picking some flowers, don't mind me. Look, over there we've got some daisies. Let's go get those. I think what a good smaller goal of this world could be to collect each and every one of the flowers that we can. Should be pretty easy, but wither roses are where we would get stuck. Hey look, roses. There is so much cool stuff in this world. It's so fun to just walk around. Oh, ouch, ouch. I was just bragging about the world. Oh, come on. Rude. I was hoping somewhere along the way to find maybe a sunflower plains, but so far it's just been all normal plains. Which is great, but there's no new flowers. Oh, hey, lilies. I love these. How did I manage to find two of you? Hello? An ocean has been discovered, and we must explore it. This ocean is a whole lot of nothing. I'm not gonna lie, I might be lost at sea. I do not see any flowers out here. This was a mistake. Floaty grass block. And look at that. New flowers. Perfect. That's what I needed. Don't mind if I do. I love sunflower fields. These will look great in the grove. Look, everyone. Tulips. It's taken a couple hours of exploring, but I've finally gotten so many flowers. Dandy and the bee family are gonna be so happy. Look. I think the tulips are definitely some of my favorite flowers in Minecraft. Look how pretty. These are all so magical. They'll look absolutely fantastic in the grove. Now, speaking of the grove, I hope I haven't gotten myself lost. Home sweet home. Now, for the next part of this adventure, we need just a couple of things. Firstly, a loom, and then a banner, and then we put the loom in the banner, and then we just need dyes. Black dye. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, no thank you. Now, I think I have what I need, so I should just be able to follow the pattern. A little circle. Ta-da! It's an attempt at a pink sheep. With a sky overhead, a misty background, and snow on the bottom. to represent this entire area. Dandy, do you like it? Yeah, I can see the resemblance, for sure. So we'll just copy a few of these, and this will be the banner of this entire area. Only thing to do now is to hang it from Dandy's tower. Okay, and just like that. Oh, it's cute. I actually think it works quite well. It's Dandy's tower. Oh, I love it. And we can put one right here as well, for good measure. Now, I feel like the next most obvious area of concern is definitely these bees, getting them bred up and making this area into like a paradise for them so that they'll want to stay. One of the ideas that I actually had for this was to turn this area into like a little rainbow bee village. So I thought that we could just make these little shelters, maybe for the people who work here with the bees or maybe for the bees themselves. I'm not sure. Ultimately, it really doesn't matter who uses them, just that they exist and people can use them. We have so many different things from the Lush Cave, I think we ought to use some of it. The items from the Lush Cave definitely give me the perfect opportunity to get like a nice dream garden going. We can have all these bushes out front, yes! I also want to do some moss in here and then maybe bone meal it. Oh, perfect! Maybe mixed in with all this green, we can plant some sunflowers. And we'll do some dandelions from Dandy's homeland. Oh, the bees are gonna love it. Look at them. Come here, little bees. They are so adorable. This is perfect. I had a thought that maybe we could also use this area to sort of farm glowberries. So I think I'm going to set up a couple of stands for that, like back here. I'm hoping that with these couple of details, we'll be able to really get a cute little vine growth area. Look at this. This should be rather nice, I think, and then we can bone meal it and get even more to fill out the whole thing. Similarly, we can also grow some drip leaf of various heights all around here. I think that would look good too. Then I think it's sort of just a matter of decorating the entire place, getting tons and tons of flowers all around this garden. Oh, not there though, not there. And then of course the secret ingredient, leaves. Tons and tons of leaves. In order to add to this waterfall here, I'm going to try to add lots and lots of mossy cobblestone mixed into the foundation here. I think the texturing really makes a big difference here on this stream. I like that. I think I want the inside of the tower to function basically as like a garden center where I can store all my flowers and things, work generally in this area. I want lots and lots of shelving like so. Definitely want to have some honeycomb blocks around, like barrels of honeycomb. I think that would look really good in here. Maybe we can put one on the outside as well, like here. Honestly, I just have so much fun decorating these little tiny spaces, making them very green and chaotic. It's super fun and definitely my favorite part of building. Spending a lot of time now thinking about what houses bees and a pink sheep would like the most. I don't know if you've ever asked yourself that question, but I haven't, so I've had to think about it. I have, however, come to the conclusion that dirt is probably the answer. It's episode 5 and I'm making a dirt house. How do we get here? But anything for the bees. My plan is to go ahead and make most of it moss and then plant some flowers on it. Hopefully it'll give it that casual cottagey look that I'm looking for, and the bees will be able to come up here and get pollen. Yeah, honestly, so far that does look very bee-like. I like it. Now, all I need is more. And there it is, our first section of the grove. The gardens. Dandy, do you love them? I kind of love them. Oh, Dandy, hey, come on, I want to show you them, Dandy. Look, Dandy, see we've got a signpost just for you. This is your area to watch over. There you go. I think I've done my best to make this entire area Dandy-proof. So Dandy can walk around here, hang out with the bees and the flowers, and hopefully have a fantastic time. I can also bring Dandy over here in the tower if it ever gets stormy. Honestly, I think it's perfect. And look, Dandy blends right in. Don't need this anymore. It's time to do the final stage of details to this fairy garden area, and some of those things that I want are simply some moss added to the structures. I really think it'll make a really big difference to the build as a whole if I mix in a lot of this pure green color. Can of course also mix in some mossy stone brick, and I think that that'll make a big difference to the design as a whole. Then, once enough moss is in, I'm also going to go in with a bunch of leaves. I just want it to be very green. That definitely makes a huge difference already. I love it. I also want to refine some of these gardens down here to have a roof over their heads. I think that would fit in a lot better with the aesthetic that I'm going for. That's really cute, I think. For a little rose garden being able to come in here, I like that. I also want to have a proper entrance, I think, like a really cool archway right here. I absolutely love it, I think. I could spend all day in these gardens. And it's great because I can also bring bone meal here and farm each of the types of tall flowers that I want in a more organic way. And of course, the honeycomb has been amazing. We can totally build out of this here. Look, we've already got tons of it. My goal for this grove is for you to feel like you are walking into a fairy tale when you step inside. So the entire grove is not going to be just this theme, it's going to be entirely fairy tale themed. Which sometimes means we'll have beautiful gardens, but in other areas around the grove we'll have other fairy tale stories all about, and I cannot wait to start building them. Overall though, I think the pink sheep gardens have gone quite well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye everyone!